To secure the principle of one man, one vote, 30 states currently require voters to show some form of identification before casting a ballot. However, the U.S. Justice Department, along with organizations like the Center for American Progress, the Advancement Project, and the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law, all oppose voter ID laws. They say requiring a voter to prove his identity creates a hardship on the poor, the elderly, and recent immigrants, unconstitutionally hindering their access to the polls.
The position of the Department of Justice and progressive organizations like Media Matters is that voter ID is an attempt to suppress the vote, that minorities, particularly African Americans and Hispanics and others, will be unable to vote, and that this is intentional, that they're trying to keep them out of the polls. I mean, the problem with that is it's completely untrue. I mean, that's been disproven in the polling place. States that have had photo ID law in place for years, like Georgia and Indiana, have seen an increase in the turnout of minority voters, and it's been disproven in the courtroom. All the lawsuits have been filed by these organizations. They've lost because when it actually came to trying to prove that there are supposedly, huge numbers of people without photo ID, they couldn't do it.
PJTV sent undercover cameras to the Washington, D.C. offices of these organizations to see how easy they make it for folks to access their buildings without identification.
Hello. Is this the offices of the Advancement Project?
Yes.
Are here?
Do you gentlemen have an appointment today?
I don't have an appointment.
You gotta have an appointment. Yes.
And do I also need to show an ID?
Yes. You can't go out without an appointment though. So
Okay.
you've got to set up an appointment for your.
All right, and then bring an ID.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Hello. Is this where the offices of the Center for American Progress is?
May I see your ID?
If you want to exercise your constitutional right to petition the government for redress of grievances, that's a constitutional right in the First Amendment. If you want to do that, you can't get into the Justice Department to talk to anyone there unless you bring a photo ID. And if we want to get in to talk with somebody in the Office of Public Affairs, I guess we need to make an appointment and then bring a photo ID with us to do that? Very good. Okay, thanks.
Asking someone to prove they are who they say they are. If it's a prudent precaution at the headquarters of those who fight for your civil rights, then how can they object to applying the same screening measure to guard your electoral franchise? For PJTV, I'm Scott Ott.